Hi, friends. It's Sarah. How are you guys? I think I'm not live here. How are you guys? Hey, I have just a couple minutes and I wanted to pop in and see if I could answer your questions. What are you struggling with right now? Tell me what you're struggling with right now, and I will answer your question. There we go, live. Type in what your questions are. I know it's like hi Insta, sitting here at the beginning of the year, frustrated, trying to figure out where to get more clients. Should I raise my prices? Should I not? What should I be doing? I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed. I want you to type in if you have a question for me, and I'm going to take a couple minutes and answer while I sit and drink my toast tea, right? Checking connection. If you are here with me, say hello. Are you guys here with me? Checking connection. Okay, I see people. If you're here with me, type hey, because it's weird. Okay, there we go. Now we are live with you guys. Hey, there we go. Hey, Carrie. I don't know if there's a black cloud over my studio today. I'm sitting here drinking my hot tea. And I want you guys to ask me anything. Ask me your questions. I have a couple minutes before I'm going with my coaching students. Let me know what you're struggling with. I'm going to take a few minutes to answer questions. Somebody said workflow. I end up doing too much editing before the presentation. Head trash is they won't like the images until they're fully edited. Yeah, I mean, we run a few actions. Andrea runs a few actions on ours. We don't highly retouch everything, but I always say if there's a phone pole or a tree coming out of someone's head, I would never show it and say, oh, we're going to remove that phone pole or that tree, right? Like that takes emotional energy from the client. Oh, Kelly said, how's your daughter liking her new camera? We both got the Canon R6, the mirrorless. She is loving it. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? The smile on her face. Good questions. What's the best way to market a photo business? Well, the first thing is, what's the best business model for your photo business, right? Are you going to be shoot and burn? You're going to give digitals? Because your marketing strategy for that is totally different than what we teach if you're boutique and how to get the clients who come in and love you buy large artwork, right? So that's the answer. I know that's not what you're looking for. I think everybody looks for a magic answer. Like, what's that magic marketing activity? I worked at an ad agency. We literally used every marketing tactic there was for different clients, right? Different strategy, different tactic. And I think I would love the book by, what's the name of the book? The Road Less Stupid, I think, Keith Cunningham. It's kind of a funny book, but he talks about, like with fitness, people looking at, oh, I'm going to lose 100 pounds. Should I get a Peloton or a Nordic Trek? What's the best piece of workout equipment? And it's like you're asking the wrong question. Should be asking, what's my overall strategy, right, with nutrition and exercise before you jump into the tactics. So I would say if your question is, what's the best marketing strategy? I think the better question is, what's the best business model, right? How should you be priced? What are your products? What's your selling/serving strategy? How much editing do we do prior to a consult? Do you mean prior to presenting our images to our client? We do minimal. We retouch them. Andrea runs a few actions. And then once they order, she gets the high res, goes back and makes them perfect. I struggle with getting clients who won't trust a newbie on the block. See, I think being new gives you an advantage. I think the people who have the film strip and say I've been around since 1972 have a bigger disadvantage. So you got to learn how to create value in the mind of the consumer. So they're like, whoa, I want the coolest, latest, and greatest thing, Carrie. So reframe how you're looking at that. My daughter, everyone's asking about my little bird who got her first camera. She's been shooting. She started a photo business 2 years ago. You guys will like this story. And she's in college. She was playing volleyball. She's getting ready to graduate, but she was playing volleyball. She was working a job at the school. She was like super busy. So she would come home weekends, go in my closet, grab all her stuff and go and shoot. And finally, she's so busy making so much money. I was like, all right, it's time for you to invest your money in a really good system. So she got some Christmas money. We kicked in, grandma kicked in. She got her first credit card so she can establish credit. And she got a couple lenses. She got a 70 to 200. She got a 50 millimeter. And then the kit lens that was like 24 to 105, which is pretty cool. So she's super stoked. with that. Now she's going to start paying it off. I'm teaching her cash flow, right? I'm teaching her the things that I teach my students on how to build a business the right way. Tracy, exporting your pictures from Lightroom so you can print from White House custom color. I'm not a guru expert there, but I would find someone who can teach you that. You can surely find someone in your local market, a techie person to sit down with you, hire them, pay them, and learn it, right? That's my philosophy in everything is find the person doing it, pay them whatever they're asking. And if that's a commodity, right? Editing, retouching, anyone can teach you that. So find someone in your market. Maybe you can trade photos, family photos for them to teach you. So let me see other questions. Struggling with the logo rebranding, that's great, but you should be doing your own logo, guys. If you're want to be a boutique business, you want to charge more and you want to attract the right clients, find a graphic designer, trade with someone locally, get a professional design. Do not do it yourself. All right, do not do it yourself. Lindsay, what's your favorite lens? Oh my gosh. Oh, I love the 70-200 1.2. Is it a 1.2? Or maybe it's one. I don't know what it is. I love it. It's fast and it's good. I like the 85 1.2. I don't know. We got a lot of nice lenses. I like that kit lens if you're running, that 24-105 is nice because you can zoom, you can move quickly, you can have a portrait lens, you can have a wide angle all in one. I like prime lenses. Shows you how much a techie I am. I don't even know what 1 point whatever it is. It's just fast. And it gives me, it's good in low light. We don't send emails, Roberta. What company do you use for your database and sending your emails? We do not email market our clients. That's high volume. That's a shoot and burn model. So we do not I've never in 24 years had an email database for my clients, for my studio, right? We do it totally differently. We don't email, we don't spam. I really don't use social media. I'm social media here for you guys, which is a totally different business model. So yeah. Hopefully that's an insight to you guys. Like, what? Yeah. Yep. Don't do Facebook ads for my studio. Don't need to, right? We use relationships. We use creative design. We do cool things like that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, here's the reality about lenses that I would tell you. And the only reason I encourage my daughter to get 3 is because she's grinding. She's finishing college. She'll have it paid off before she gets out of college. And she can put everything she makes on that lens, right? Most of the rest of the world's not and doesn't have that privilege to be able to do that. You've got bills, you've got kids, you've got things, right? You wish you would have bought your first camera when you were in college and had, a job that could pay it off. You don't need a lot of equipment. Get one lens and rock it, right? Get one lens. I don't even care what it is and go rock that lens and make the money that you need. Learn how to run a business. Then you can buy whatever you want. Oh, Roberta, for photographer coaching, oh my gosh, that's a massive system. It's called Infusionsoft. It's very, very, very expensive. You would never want to use that for your studio, right? That's like bringing a bazooka to a knife fight. You would never do that. You never pay the kind of money that we have to pay for that database for Joy Marketing here, reaching out to photographers. So definitely don't want to do that. Even if you're shoot and burn, you wouldn't use that, and you want to use email marketing, you wouldn't use that company. You'd use something cheaper for the volume that you're doing. Let's see. What about like getting clients? What are you guys feeling? Are you overwhelmed? Are you excited? I mean, I think that's the biggest one. I see a lot of people asking about getting the right clients. Clients who reach out to me are shocked when I won't give a standard price. It's been a bit of a steep curve. So that's where you got to learn how to talk to people, Stacy, right? We teach the 7 B's of walking people through what you do, why you're different. They shouldn't be shocked, right? People shouldn't be shocked at your higher prices because you create value first. Right? It's like going from a fast food restaurant to a sit down restaurant. You explain the difference. Like, this isn't fast food anymore where you drive through to get a Happy Meal and it's a couple bucks. Sit down restaurant where you spend hours. You're going to have wine. You're going to have dessert. Like, it's going to be cooked to serve. You explain all the things about your restaurant, which makes it different than just going to a fast food restaurant. So That's on you. That's not on the client. All right. If you say it's like, oh, I get the wrong clients, I disagree. I'm in a cornfield in Central Illinois. I get the same clients, and I have some amazing clients, and they're a lot, not just like gushing in money, like trust fund people, right? They're normal humans like you and me. They just value having cool artwork in their home. Why would you not? Why would you want to put your money anywhere else? You buy a car or a sofa, they're trashed in a couple of years. Your artwork of the people you love is the coolest thing you have. Stacy said, I feel like I'm the only person in my marketing doing this model. You know what? I am probably too, right? I see a lot of people discounting in my market because I even had I've had people tell me that someone was marketing themselves in my market as a cheap Sarah Petty, which is cracking me up, right? Like, why would you ever market yourself as a cheap version of someone else? You wouldn't, right? And so that's all the better. Like, do you want all the competition of being one of many fast food restaurants, or do you want to be the only sit-down restaurant in town and learn how to do it better? Learn how to be better. I think so. All right, guys, I've got a boogie. This was super fun. Would you guys like it if I do this again? Type heck yeah in if you want me to come on and answer more questions. But I want to tell you today, we have a challenge starting Monday called Ditch the Digitals. All right. Ditch the digitals. You don't have to be fast food anymore, giving it all away, right? How do you ditch the digitals? Being new. Come and learn from us, Ashley. That's the best time to do it, when you're new. Instead of building up all this head trash, attracting free cheapo people, would you rather learn how to open a beautiful, gorgeous sit-down restaurant right in the first place, or figure it out on your own, make it fast food, and then you've got all the wrong people? You've got whiny clients, like customers. Can you imagine working at McDonald's, like how high maintenance the customers are? They complain and whine versus going to a sit-down restaurant where you have the best customers. They tip well, they ask for their favorite server. And maybe you were raised as one of those people, right? Raised always cutting coupons, always discounting, always looking for the cheapest. But that's okay. We can teach you how to get the right clients and serve them in a way that they will love you. All right? If you take care of your clients, they will love you. I adore my clients in my studio. I still have a studio in Springfield, Illinois. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I'm running this business. So I want you guys to know you can do it wherever, but you got to learn the skills, okay? You got to learn the skills. It is not rocket science, but you've got to follow a process. So I'm going to lay it out for you next week in the Ditch the Digitals challenge. Go here, write this down, joymarketing.com/challenge. Type it in if you're at a computer to help others. joyofmarketing.com/challenge. Come, it's free. You can join us free. And I'm going to walk you through what boutique looks like. I'm going to walk you through how to ditch the digitals, how to get the right clients, pricing, all of those things. Yeah, Lindsay said, so true. The high-end clients are so loving and actually easier, right? But they're not going to come to you until you go out to them. There's a whole thing. People are always waiting for these clients to find them. Thanks, Michelle. joymarketing.com/challenge. All right. People are saying they joined. I love it. I love it. Type in if you're joining us in the challenge. Type in challenge. Yay. I love seeing so many fun faces here. All right. Yep. This is where you come and get your ducks in a row, right? If you just want to be a commodity photographer and do what everyone else does, just put cheap prices out and be one of everybody. And then when someone else is cheaper, they're going to leave you and go to that person. But here's the reality. Most businesses compete with cheap. As photographers, we compete with free because everyone has a digital camera, which stinks, right? We're competing with free. Like the person who was saying they were a cheap Sarah Petty, which cracks me up. I was like, hey, I'm not stopping her. Let her do that. That's like business suicide. But I let it go because that's not my responsibility, right? You don't need to be marketing yourself on cheap because you're getting the wrong people. All right, you guys, come join us. joymarketing.com/challenge. It's going to be amazing. An hour every day, noon Central. We'll give you a workbook that shows everything. You want to come and get in that free group. It's a really cool private Facebook group that you can join where we'll be giving all kinds of good stuff to you. Angela, if you want to work on your head game and you want to get yourself in the game, I think you should do everything that I do, right? I think you should listen to my free podcast. I think you should come to every challenge. If you've done past courses of mine, I think you would be all in and come to every single thing, right? And follow our manifesto, lift as you climb, encourage others, right? Your learning and is never done. And the more we help others, the more that others help us. That's just how it works. And we've created such an amazing culture of students who come back and support the next students, right? Because they know they've been there, they've gotten through it. So it's all going to help you guys. All right, come join us, joinmarketing.com/challenge, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye everybody. More questions, more Q&A. Type in if you want more Q&A, and I'll see if I can't find time to bring more. All right. See you guys.